Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Hey, good news. We got the horse out of the pool. It's been a hot summer. I feel you, Mr. Horse. Well, here's what happened in Oklahoma City. Police officers came to the rescue of a horse that fell into a swimming pool. The owners came home and found a horse standing in the pool's corner. How'd they get the horse out? They used a rope fashioned into a bridle. Police officers pulled the horse to safety. The horse was unharmed. I would not do this story if it didn't end well. You know how this podcast rolls. A police spokesperson said, it's a hot day in Oklahoma City when the pony gets into the pool. And like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it get out. Maybe we can help the climate with some world-changing solar technology that can harvest energy from any light source. A company in Sweden has created a durable, flexible miniature solar cell that you could stick onto like anything, a keyboard, your headphones, speakers, bike helmets, maybe my baseball cap that I wear all the time. The lack of light during the winter in Sweden inspired the co-founders to look for other sources of power for their solar cells, from direct sunlight to candlelight, even moonlight. These solar cells are waterproof, dustproof, and shockproof. They think they could help reduce greenhouse gas emissions by about 6,000 tons every year. Nice job there. A fundraising campaign has raised more than $100,000 to help repair a Liverpool library and community hub that suffered severe fire damage after being targeted by rioters last week. Yeah, that's kind of awful. Nigella Lawson is among those who have donated to the GoFundMe page, which was set up in aid of Spello Hub Library. They had an initial target of £500, but they've raised more than £120,000 in just over 2 days, more than 6,000 donations. The appeal was started by Alex, who said, "I always loved to read as a child, and seeing a library and community space destroyed broke my heart. I felt helpless and wanted to do something to help, and thought fundraising would be a nice way to replace some of the books lost in the fire." Sparrow Hub found itself part of a violent disorder last weekend. The riot was among a number of incidences of violences that have taken place across England. Police said when firefighters arrived at the library, the rioters attempted to stop them. They even threw a missile at the fire engine and broke the rear window of the cabs. That part's awful. The good news is the fundraiser. Good news for Olympian Veronica Fraley. She was competing in the Paris Olympics and mentioned on Twitter that she couldn't pay her rent. That got the attention of Flavor Flav. She had posted, "I compete in the Olympic Games tomorrow and can't even pay my rent. My school only sent about 75% of my rent, while they pay football players who haven't won anything enough to buy new cars and houses." Flav noticed the tweet and wrote, "I got you. DM me and I'll send payment today so you don't have to worry about it tomorrow. And I'm going to be rooting for you tomorrow. Let's go." When I'm not doing this, I host a podcast that's called Daily Comedy News. I keep you up to date on what's happening in the world of stand-up comedy. It's a lot of fun. We talk about everything from Seinfeld, Saturday Night Live, Jim Gaffigan, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, Nikki Glaser, the roast of Tom Brady, that kind of stuff. And it can be very gossipy. It's a lot of fun. Same thing. I keep it clean like this show. So it's called Daily Comedy News, 7 days a week, 10 minutes, wherever you get your shows. I got a world record for you. I know, right? What's this one, Johnny Mac? An Italian man pulled 3 small planes while walking on his hands. Yes, he broke the record for that. Most light aircrafts pulled by walking on hands. Congratulations to Matteo. He said he turned to more unusual athletic pursuits after a series of injuries forced him to quit rugby. He said the worst of them was a bad back injury. The doctor said I could never play sport again, but they were wrong. All right, how do you train for the record for most light aircrafts pulled by walking on your hands? According to Matteo, you do yoga, cardio, and strength training. Yeah, I could see the strength training part, sure. I'm proud of this record, but I'm also not entirely satisfied about the final result. I'm sure I can pull 4 aircrafts or even more, so I'll try to do that as soon as I can, and I'm sure Johnny Mac will report on that. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. And if you'd like the show without commercials, I get it. The show's a little short, and you get it. You got to pay the rent, right? So how do we meet halfway? There's a link in the show notes. You can get this show and a bunch of others on the Calaroga Shark Network commercial-free. $5 gets you the whole suite of shows, including Daily Comedy News. We've got one called Palace Intrigue about the royal family. We got a cooking show, a travel show, a whole bunch of shows. So click on the link and you'll see what's available there. And it's just $5 a month, and then the commercials go away. I feel ya, and you have an awesome day.